Hey friends, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark Jones at Mr. Mark's Classroom, and I want to share with you a great idea. We live in Oklahoma, and we practice our tornado drills. Matter of fact, I remember when I was a kid and we had tornado drills in our school. I think it was twice a year we practiced those. So it was really no big deal to us kids for doing that. One was a one was always announced and the other one was not announced. And it was kind of like that with fire drills too. And so this is part two of practicing drills. Last week, I actually talked through how we practice a fire drill on Sunday morning. And it was amazing. It worked great. And so I want you to check that out because it might be helpful to you. Now, this one's going to be about tornado drills, and I don't know where you live. If you have tornadoes like we do here in Oklahoma, I doubt it. I mean, this is Tornado Alley, and just 2 years ago, my house was hit by a tornado, and we were all in the cellar, and it was scary. And so we have plans and have practiced, even at the church, how to have a tornado drill in the church. First of all, we worked with the architect, our executive pastor met with them and found out where would all of the safest places be in our church in order for us to take cover? Because there are some rooms that you think, man, this is perfect. And I did. I thought, well, let's just go to this room. And he said, I'm afraid that room is a bad choice. And we had been going to it. And he said, this is a bad choice. There's not a second floor over this particular part of the building. And there are air conditioning units on top of these classrooms right here. That could be a disaster. Not that they would fall in, but that they could be caught by the wind and the roof be sucked off. Does that make sense? And so it's really, really dangerous. And of course, then falling in. So it would be a serious deal. So we were able to locate where would the best classrooms would be that we would move all of these children. Now, we practiced this on a Wednesday night because usually we're seeing tornadoes flare up in the heat of the day, and then we're kind of seeing that at kind of the end of the day. Now, our church is very careful that if there is any tornado activity or anything that would be of significant risk, they call church off. It would be better to just be safe and not have it than to risk that many people in our building who might be in the middle of a tornado situation. And I really challenge you to think through some of those things, but have a tornado route. How will all the children exit from where they're at in their classrooms, and where will they go? And you'll need to post that in those classrooms in case of a tornado. And matter of fact, you might think, well, we only use this room and we only use this room on Wednesday nights or Sunday nights or whatever night. But the truth is, you don't know other times that room could be used. Maybe it's a parent's night out. Maybe it is a childcare situation for an event that's going on and you've opened more rooms. So post it in all of your classrooms. What will be the route that you will take, and then and where you're going to go, and then also practice that. And so this is kind of funny, we have Thunder Up Night with our kids because that's our NBA team. And so everybody gets to wear their Thunderwear and root for their team because that's who we are. And it's always great fun. But we found, let's just have our tornado drill on Thunder Up Night, and it would be great fun. We told everyone that's what we're doing. We made sure the teachers knew. And it's so interesting how much the teachers learn by doing this, not the children. The children are used to it. They just follow you and go to this other safe room. But the teachers are learning, oh, I've got to hold this door, or I have to turn my light off to show that we're out. And then do you have people who go back and check all of the rooms, all the classrooms before they come to be sure every room is empty? So I challenge you to have that kind of a tornado drill, because you need to be sure you have everything in place. And you know what? If it really is an emergency, we've got a plan. We know what we're doing, and we've kind of worked out the kinks so that way we can all be safe. So I want to challenge you to plan a tornado drill if you're in a high risk tornado area, so that way you're prepared and your kids are prepared and your parents are prepared. I want you to think through, how will children be picked up in the midst of a disaster like that? Whenever children are checked out, the teachers must have the rolls with them and they must check them out of the room, and there has to be order so that you can do that. And some people will be frantic. And so you've got to really have that plan in place so that you can check them out safely. And I think that probably the best thing that we've added to our tornado drill plan is we have a drill box that has a flashlight in it, it has a book in it, and we're able to use those flashlights. You have to change those batteries. Think about it, every time you change the smoke detector batteries, maybe you change the batteries in those flashlights, because you don't know if the power will go off while you're trying to move kids to a safe place. It could, and then you'd be in the dark, or maybe when you get to the room safely, and then suddenly the power goes off. And that's a big deal. It'll happen. And if you have a flashlight, children are less panicked because they can at least see you and see some light, and that'll help. And if you have a book with you, you can also read, and that helps. Those tornadoes, they pass by very quickly, but you don't want to leave your safe place until you've had someone come and tell you, a designated staff, whatever, that comes and say, this is safe, you can leave now. Maybe it's your security team, someone who's listening, that it's safe to go back to your room. And I think that'll be a win. So give that a practice. If you've had any experience like this, let me know. I'd like to hear about it in the comments. We've got lots of really great resources at Mr. Mark's Classroom. So I hope that you will sign up to be a part of our group, because we are growing. I mean, we're over 14,000 have already signed up, and we learn so much from each other. And if you have ideas with this, put it in the comments. I'd like to hear what you do and learn from you as well. Be sure to check out Classroom Swag. It's our subscription of ideas, 20 pages of great things, and you can make all the copies of it that you want for your workers. They will love having a resource that you're giving them every single month, and you will be quite the hero. So check it out at classroomswag.com, or just look right here on the sidebar at Mr. Mark's Classroom and click Classroom Swag, and there's a free sample. You can take a look. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you'll have a tornado drill soon.